Welcome to Voodoo Whiskey Gaming, and this is my late review of Lords of the Fallen. I played it on the PS4, it's available on the Xbox One and Steam. This isn't a new game by any stretch of the imagination, I just noticed that it was free on the PlayStation 4 this week, so I picked it up and decided to give it a run through. So as far as I can tell, the story goes that there is like this evil race of demon monster things called the Rogar. They are coming into the Earth realm to kind of wipe out, humanity. Normal evil demon shit. You play as Harkin, who is a criminal. He is freed by a guy to basically help save the world. They feel that his abilities would be useful in this quest. When it comes to the audio, I think it's pretty good for the most part. I think the sound effects are good. I like the way the weapons, shields, armor, monsters, all of those things sound. I like the way the environment sounds. However, the voiceover work is okay. Bordering on bad most of the time, and occasionally bordering on good. But it's generally just okay. As for the gameplay, it's very reminiscent of the Dark Souls games. You want to take things a little slow, you want to learn your enemies, and you want to learn the easiest way to beat them because they can and will wreck you. However, I will say that I feel like some of the enemies are considerably easier than those of Dark Souls. I won't put this game on the same challenge level as Dark Souls. I actually beat, it was only the second boss, but nonetheless a boss, without taking any damage whatsoever. One thing I do like about this game is based on your armor choices and your basically class choice, which is only 3 options, but still, you can really change your gameplay style. Even if you go with the straight warrior, you can equip all sorts of different weapons and different armors and change up your play style just depending on how you want to fight a certain boss. I did that and it came in really handy for beating one of the bosses. One thing I really loved in this game was that you could sneak up on your enemies and do this kind of scripted kill, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And the scripted kills vary based on the weapons you are using, but I really enjoyed that. Or you can like circle them in combat, and if you do it at the right time, you can do it then as well, and it may not always kill your enemy in one go, but it will do a significant amount of damage. Although I did have issues doing that with certain larger enemies that I felt I should have still been able to do that against. When it comes to the controls, I think they're very good controls. I think they work very well with this game. They're very reminiscent, again, of Dark Souls, which isn't that surprising. I liked how things like your armor could affect your movement, and at first I thought it was a controls issue, and then I realized that it was actually like the fact that I was wearing heavy armor. Because when I switched to a lighter armor for the third boss fight, I was able to roll and move much more quickly. When it comes to the graphics, I actually think it's a good looking game. I liked the environments. I like Harkin's design. I like the armor design. I think that stuff is really cool and I think it fits the world very well. It's not going to be the greatest looking game at this point in time because I think this game is a couple years old, but it's still a good looking game. One of the only other real complaints I have with this game is the fact that I found a weapon pretty early on, and it's basically the only weapon I've found that really works for me. It does a lot of damage, it's pretty quick, and I'm kind of disappointed that I can't find another weapon to really replace it at this point in time. But at the end of the day, I really enjoyed this game, and since it's free on the PSN right now, I think it's worth the money, and even if you miss that, well, it's only $20, and I think that's totally worth it. It's a good game to hold you over since you've probably completed all the Dark Souls 3 stuff, and Nioh isn't out yet. That's Nioh, the upcoming Namco Bandai game. That's like Dark Souls with samurais, which I'm totally down for, especially since Lords of the Fallen was made by Namco Bandai. Okay, so in the comments below, why don't you tell me if you're excited for Nioh? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, and if you like what I'm doing in general, share, subscribe. Have a good one.